In this video, I wanted to code a quick component helper tool that you might find useful, and in the process, I'm going to highlight a couple of interesting tips in the Unity Editor API. Now, this is a very basic tool, but it's one I know I was really happy to get into my editor. So here's the scenario. Have you ever found yourself with an object? You drag a component onto it, and you really want that component all the way up the top because it's the most important component. So you try and drag and drop it, and you try and get up there and you miss, and you come back down and you try again and it jumps about and you miss, even though you really thought you had it that time. So you come back down, giving up after doing it 2 or 3 times. You go into the context menu and you start doing the move up shuffle, where you constantly have to keep going back and pressing move up. Well, let's solve that with a very quick little tool. Something we'll actually add into the components context menu, where you'll find the other ones. So let's get this started. First off, we have a beautiful scene here from the asset store, and I'll leave a link in the description in case you want to go and get it for yourself, if you're thinking of building some great looking medieval scene. Now let's select an object. In this case, we'll select the door. Now, we've already got a box collider, rigid body, hinge joint, and animator already set up on this door. If I then drag over my new door script, as you can see, it comes right off the end. Now, the door script is going to be the most important one actually on this object, because if I make this a prefab and I have multiples of these doors all around, there's a good chance that some of them might start locked or have different weights or different brake forces. Now, they'd still probably have the same collider, the same rigid body, hinge joint, animator, etc. Now, if I'm clicking around my scene looking for things and I come to the door and I have to come down every time, it just makes it a little bit more awkward. So we want to stick this door all the way up the top. Now, obviously, there is a drag option in Unity, but as you can see, it's super sensitive. So oftentimes when you try and drag, it doesn't work. And then you've got the move up. And the move up is slow. It takes a while to do. Now, obviously, once you've got the door set up and you prefab it, that's not much of a problem. But we like to have convenience tools because we're going to be using Unity for a good long time in a lot of different projects. So let's make our convenience tool now, using the context menu that has the move up and move down button already. So let's start by selecting our editor folder and creating a new C# script. And we're going to call this move component tool. We'll open this up in Visual Studio. And this isn't a mono behavior, so we can get rid of all these details. And what we're going to do is we're going to create some menu items in here. Now, the menu item, of course, comes from the Unity editor library. So we'll stick that in straight away. So let's start. We'll put in menu item and we'd add a name of our tool. In this case, something like move to top. And then we'd call our tool something easy to remember. Move component to top menu item. There we go. Now, as you all know, if you've watched my other scripts, this move to top will actually just come up elsewhere in the actual Unity editor, but we want it to come up on the context menu beside our object and beside our component. So we want it to come up here. Now, this menu actually can be added to by placing the word context at the front of our menu item path. But what context does is it then uses the next word to associate what context it's actually going to go on. Now, in our case, we want this to be for every component, but it doesn't have to be. You can actually select various components here. Let's say I just wanted this just for doors. I could put door there And now that will just work for doors, this move to top option. It will only be shown on those door scripts. But we want it for all the components, so we pass it here. Now if I save this and I come back into Unity, there we go, and I go to our door, we can now see that we have move to top as an option. But obviously we want it in this section here. Now what Unity does is it uses something called a priority, and you give that priority a number. And these options have already had numbers assigned to them. Now I'm going to be helpful here, and I'm going to basically give you the priority for this particular one. But on all the menu items around Unity, they all have specific priority numbers. So you can play with these and get these to be exactly what you want in exactly the right location. So if I go back into Unity now, and I come down here, we can see move to top has been put in here. Now I can't get it up with the move up and move down because unfortunately these are all right next to each other on the priority list. So it's either 501 for here or before 500 for up the top here. So that doesn't work brilliantly, but it's close enough for what we want. So let's write this move to top actual command. So if I come back in, now there's actually a really helpful script from the Unity editor internal. And it's a method called component utility move component up. So this will actually move a component up or down on the inspector. Now this actually requires you to pass the component. And another thing that's a little tip that a lot of people don't know about the actual menu items, you can actually put into here menu command, and that actually gives you some context around where this menu item is actually being called. In this case, we want to find out the component. So where that is we can actually put in command.context and then cast that to component, and that will do the job for us. Now, obviously all this is going to do is move the component up one, which already exists in our component menu. So what we can do is we can just stick a while in the front there. And what this will do is move it all the way up to the top, because move component up actually returns a boolean to say whether it can or cannot, whether it's performed the up command or whether it hasn't. And as soon as it can't, it will pass back false and our while will be completed. So if I save this now and come back into Unity and press on the component context menu, press move to up, and boom, we're right at the very top. No awkward dragging, no pressing the move up constantly. We get straight up there in one push. So let's double up. We'll open up Unity again. We'll copy what we have here, move to bottom, change this top to bottom, and change this to down. Press save. We can keep the same priority. We can come back into Unity, and now we have moved to bottom, and that will take us all the way down to the bottom here. And again, we can come all the way back up to the top. So we didn't need the bottom, but we get it just for a simple copy paste. Now, one thing we will want to add here is that when we press this context component menu, we actually have the move to top option still available, even though the door is already at the very top, which doesn't make sense. And if you've seen my other videos, you know you can actually validate each of your menu items. So let's do that here, because whether it's a context menu or it's a menu at the very top of Unity's editor, you can validate either one. So we'll come back in and we're going to write a validate option. And what we'll do is we'll copy this and just add validate to the end of it. Now, when you're doing a validation option, menu item, menu item option, you'll actually want to use the exact same path as the menu item that it's validating. Now, we could copy and paste here, but obviously if we then changed one of them without changing the other one, that could be a problem and we could get ourselves into a mess. So menu, move to top. We'll just copy this. Well, we'll cut that, put that there, taking this here, we'll copy that. So we know that if we change this path at any point, it changes for both and we won't lose our validate option. Now, obviously, if it's validation, we have to stick validate in here to signify that this is the validation for it. Now, the validation is pretty simple. We're going to use the component to get the other components that are actually present on this object. So we'll be getting an array of components and we'll be getting those from, as we saw above, component command dot context. And this will enable us, if I encapsulate that, to get the game object. And then if you've done any scripts, you would have seen this before, get components, component. And this is the base class of all of our components that we have on our game object, if you didn't know that. And you can actually get all the components off a game object by just using its base class and using the get components. So now we're going to iterate through. So I equals 0, I is less than components.length, I plus plus. And then we'll say if components I equals, use our component again. There we go. If I is equal to 1, then return false. Otherwise, let's return true. So what does this actually mean? Well, what we're saying is if the component that we've got from our context selection is the same as the component we're going through here, and if it's set to 1 because it's not 0, as there's always a transform component at the top that you can't actually move above, so it's always 1 here. Well, if it's already there, then we'll return false. Otherwise, it's not there. We can go up, we can use our move to top command. So we'll return true. So let's save this off. We'll come back into Unity. And now for our door, if I select the context, we see it's grayed out. I can't actually use it. But if I move to the bottom, and then I come back in, there it is. It's available for us again. And we can move to the top. So for completeness, let's just do the same for our bottom. So we'll come in here. We'll just type in bottom here. And there. We'll copy that. Put that into there. There we go. And we can just do some quick copy pasting. This will return a bool. We'll call it validate. And we'll set validate to be true. We'll copy all that and we'll paste it into there. Then all we want to do is we want to say, okay, the I here, if that's components.length -1 for the bottom. There we go. We save. We come back into Unity to test our tools. We come in. I'll move to the top's not available. Move to the bottom is. We come down. Now move to the top's available. Move to the bottom isn't. And there we go. And that's it. A very quick tool for shifting around your components. But with this context menu trick, you can add very specific drop-down tools to very specific components. Or you can make them more general, as we've done here, to all your components. And it makes it very easy for your designers or your artists to get to something where that thing actually is, rather than going up to another menu to finding it or having to right click on it in the scene. So, as usual, if you found this tutorial even the slightest bit useful, hit that like button, and if you haven't done so already, consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching.